What is up, math superstars? In this edition of Mr. Peterson Presents, we're going to take a look at Objective 6.5 and also Objective 7.1 for Math 6 Extended. This is called the powers of 10. And so we're going to see some really cool patterns when we take a look at the standard form of these exponents. So for 10 to the 0, anything to the 0 power equals 1. So 10 to the first is going to be 10, and that's just it. So 10 to the second is 10 times 10, which equals 100. 10 to the third equals 10 times 10 times 10 equals 1,000. And so if we take a look at the pattern here, what do you notice? 10 to the first, let's look at our exponent, the first, there is 1 0. 10 to the second, there are 2 zeros. 10 to the third, there are 3 zeros. And you guessed it, if you keep going on and on and on, whatever your exponent is, that's going to be the number of zeros after the 1. So now we're going to take a look at what happens when we have negative exponents in powers of 10. And so with anything with a negative exponent, we know that number is between 0 and 1, and we'll see that here in a second. So, but let's go ahead and write out the expanded form of these exponents here. So 10 to the first will just be 10. 10 to the 0 is 1. Any number to the power of 0 is 1. And what about 10 to the negative first power? So we write that as 1 over 10 to the first power, which is going to equal 1 over 10. Let's write it as a decimal, is 0.1. So let's go ahead and write out now 10 to the negative 2. So we're going to write that in fraction form first. 1 over 10 times 10. That's our expanded form. So let's go ahead and write it as our standard form is 1 over 100. And that equals 0.01. And so we can notice there's patterns that are emerging. So we're going to ask you a question. What is the pattern that is emerging here with our negative exponents now?